Hey guys, so today I have a story time for you. It's about the time I almost got expelled from school twice. So let's get into the video. So on the first day of, I think it was fourth grade. Yeah, fourth grade. Just a second. Sorry about that. Okay. So on the first day of fourth grade, parents were allowed to come into class with you and spend the day in class, just so they know, just so their parents know what class is going to be like. So I was the first one in the classroom, well, one of the first people in there. And then after that happened, there was this girl. She came to sit next to me. She was on my right. And I'm like, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But then, just my dog. But then, this extremely obese woman walked into the room, and her daughter, who was very, very underweight. And then I whispered to that girl, and I was like, your mom's a fat, ugly biatch. I can't say that actual word because I don't want to get demonetized. So then she said, don't say that. I think she's beautiful just the way she is. And if you know me, I have anger issues to this day. But back then, I had a horrible, way to, handle it. So instead of saying something like that, I grabbed her face, dug my nails into her face, and she began to scream so loudly. And then her face began to bleed, and then the teacher came running over there, and she went to the nurse. And her mother wasn't in the room then because she had to go to the bathroom. So then when her mother came in and saw that the desk was empty, she came walking over to me like an obese person would. And then she sat down right next to me because there was nowhere else to sit. So, after that, I was really skinny at the time. I'm 101 pounds now, but I don't know how much I weighed then. Doesn't matter. So then when she came down and sat next to me, she couldn't fit into the seat. She could not fit into the seat. So then her fat rolls, literally roll on to me, and I couldn't move at all because, yeah, and they were engulfing me, and I was trying to do this, but then they still found a way to roll onto me, and it was the worst time of my life. So then I was like, you should lose some weight. And then she began crying. And everyone else was looking at me why would you say that? And I didn't know any better. I didn't know the consequences of my actions. So that's why I said that. So that's the end of the story. Well, not the end of it. Her daughter ended up having to go home that day, and they had to go to the her actual doctor to check for any head facial damage. There was no facial damage. And then she was transferred to a new school because I was a threat to her. So, yeah. But basically, that's the end of the story about how I almost got expelled. Not actually, but you know what I mean. Bye.